Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today, we are learning about the bizarre match in Central America in mid-1900s. In 1969, two small Central American nations met on the football field. The match was supposed to be a World Cup qualifier. Instead, it became the spark for a real war. Over 100 hours of fighting, over 2,000 dead, all triggered by football. Or was it? On June 8, 1969, El Salvador faced Honduras in the first of three matches to qualify for the 1970 World Cup. Tensions were already sky-high. Honduran fans booed, jeered, and attacked Salvadoran players. El Salvador lost 1-0. But that wasn't the end. It was just the beginning. Days later, in the second leg, the match was played in San Salvador. This time, it was Honduran players who were harassed. Barbed wire was placed around their hotel. Rocks were thrown. El Salvador won 3-0, and the next morning, a Honduran woman was found dead, allegedly by suicide after the harassment. The press fueled the fire. The public was enraged. The final match in Mexico City felt like a war zone, not a football game. El Salvador won 3-2 after extra time, but the real war was only hours away. The match may have lit the fuse, but the powder keg was already packed. El Salvador was a small country with a growing population and too little land. Tens of thousands of Salvadorans had migrated to Honduras for farmland. But in the 1960s, Honduras began cracking down, evicting Salvadoran immigrants and redistributing land to native Hondurans. Over 300,000 Salvadorans faced discrimination, violence, and forced removal. The football rivalry gave leaders the perfect distraction. Nationalism soared, propaganda exploded, and when El Salvador broke diplomatic ties with Honduras on July 14, 1969, the military moved in. That night, war began. El Salvador launched air raids and invaded by land. Their outdated W-2-era planes dropped bombs on Honduran airports. Honduran forces retaliated with fighter jets and ground assaults. Civilians were caught in the chaos. Thousands fled. Homes were destroyed. In just 4 days, the death toll surpassed 2,000. It wasn't a football match anymore. It was war, with real weapons and real blood. The war ended on July 18, 1969, after pressure from the Organization of American States. It became known as the 100-Hour War, though the damage lasted much longer. Tens of thousands of Salvadorans were expelled from Honduras. Diplomatic relations were frozen for over a decade, and the people paid the price, not politicians. And while football was the spark, the true cause was poverty, inequality, and land conflict, problems that still haunt the region today. The football war wasn't really about football. It was about how the beautiful game became a battlefield and how real lives were lost in a war most of the world doesn't even remember. Because sometimes, the final whistle doesn't mean the game is over. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Till next time.